Celebrities who died early in their careers. Some stars burn brightest just before they fade away forever. These talented celebrities had everything ahead of them, promising careers, devoted fans, and unlimited potential. But fate had other plans. Whether through tragic accidents, overdoses, violence, or sudden illness, these rising stars were taken from us far too soon. Their deaths shocked the world and left us wondering what incredible performances, songs, or moments we'll never get to see. Their brief time in the spotlight makes their loss even more heartbreaking. Ready to remember these talented souls who left us too early? Let's honor their memory. River Phoenix was Hollywood's golden boy, a talented young actor with an Oscar nomination by age 18. His roles in Stand By Me and My Own Private Idaho showed incredible promise, but a drug overdose outside the Viper Room in 1993 ended his life at just 23. Brandon Lee was following in his father Bruce's footsteps, starring in The Crow when tragedy struck. A prop gun malfunction on set fired a real bullet, killing the 28-year-old actor just as he was establishing himself as an action star in his own right. Aaliyah was R&B royalty with hits like Try Again and a blossoming acting career, but a plane crash in the Bahamas in 2001 took her life at 22, just as she was transitioning from teen sensation to mature artist and actress. Heath Ledger had already proven his dramatic range when he took on the Joker in The Dark Knight. His accidental overdose at 28 robbed us of what many consider the greatest villain performance ever filmed, earning him a posthumous Oscar. Brittany Murphy was America's sweetheart with her distinctive voice and quirky charm in Clueless and 8 Mile. Pneumonia and drug complications killed her at just 32, shocking fans who watched her grow up on screen. James Dean became the ultimate rebel icon with Rebel Without a Cause, but his need for speed proved fatal. A car crash in 1955 killed the 24-year-old actor, cementing his legend as the eternal symbol of youthful rebellion. How many of these losses still hurt today? The tragedies continue to shock. Kurt Cobain revolutionized music with Nirvana and Smells Like Teen Spirit, becoming the voice of Generation X. But depression and drug addiction led to his suicide at 27, silencing one of rock's most influential voices forever. Selena Quintanilla was the queen of Tejano music, crossing over to mainstream success with her infectious energy and beautiful voice. Her murder by a fan club president at 23 devastated the Latino community and cut short a promising crossover career. John Belushi was Saturday Night Live's breakout star and half of the Blues Brothers. His manic energy and comedic genius made him irreplaceable, but a drug overdose at the Chateau Marmont in 1982 ended his life at just 33. Tupac Shakur was rap's most passionate voice, with hits like California Love showcasing his range. The drive-by shooting in Las Vegas in 1996 killed him at 25, fueling conspiracy theories and leaving hip-hop without one of its greatest poets. Chris Farley followed his hero, John Belushi, to SNL stardom with physical comedy that left audiences breathless. Like Belushi, drugs killed him at 33, robbing comedy of one of its most beloved and energetic performers. Lisa Left Eye Lopes was the rapper of TLC, bringing attitude and creativity to hits like Waterfalls. A car accident in Honduras in 2002 took her life at 30, just as she was launching a solo career. Judy Garland captured hearts as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, but struggled with addiction her entire career. An accidental overdose at 47 ended the life of someone who'd been performing since childhood, never finding peace. Are you feeling the weight of these losses? The list of promising careers cut short continues. Janis Joplin was rock's most powerful female voice, with Piece of My Heart showcasing her raw, emotional power. A heroin overdose at 27 silenced a voice that had barely begun to reach its full potential. Jimi Hendrix revolutionized guitar playing and rock music itself with his innovative sound and style. An accidental overdose in London at 27 ended the career of someone many consider the greatest guitarist who ever lived. Jim Morrison was The Doors' charismatic frontman and rock's ultimate poet. Found dead in a Paris bathtub at 27, his death remains mysterious, but his influence on rock music and counterculture remains immeasurable. Natalie Wood was a child star who successfully transitioned to adult roles in classics like West Side Story. Her drowning death at 43, under mysterious circumstances, robbed Hollywood of one of its most beloved actresses. John Lennon had already changed music with the Beatles and was exploring new artistic territories when Mark David Chapman's bullets ended his life at 40. The murder outside the Dakota Building silenced one of music's most important voices. Marilyn Monroe was Hollywood's ultimate blonde bombshell, but behind the glamour lay deep personal struggles. Her overdose at 36 remains controversial, ending the life of cinema's most iconic sex symbol at her peak. Checking your emotions, these untimely deaths continue to resonate decades later. Mac Miller was hip-hop's most introspective voice, with albums like Swimming showing incredible artistic growth. An accidental fentanyl overdose at 26 cut short a career that was just reaching its creative peak. Anton Yelchin was a versatile young actor known for playing Chekhov in the new Star Trek films. A freak accident with his own car killed him at 27, shocking Hollywood and fans who were watching his career bloom. Paul Walker was the heart of the Fast and Furious franchise, bringing genuine warmth to the action series. A car crash in 2013 killed him at 40, devastating fans and forcing the franchise to find ways to honor his memory. Corey Monteith brought sincerity and heart to Glee as Finn Hudson, inspiring teenagers worldwide. His accidental overdose at 31 shocked fans who had watched him overcome addiction, showing that recovery isn't always permanent. Corey Haim was a teen heartthrob in the 80s with The Lost Boys and License to Drive, but drug addiction consumed his life. An accidental overdose at 38 ended a career that had promised so much in his teenage years. Philip Seymour Hoffman was one of the greatest actors of his generation, with an Oscar for Capote and unforgettable performances in dozens of films. A heroin overdose at 46 robbed cinema of an irreplaceable talent. Amy Winehouse had a voice that channeled the great jazz and soul singers, with Rehab becoming an ironic anthem. Alcohol poisoning at 27 ended a career that had barely scratched the surface of her incredible potential. Whitney Houston possessed one of the greatest voices in music history, with hits like I Will Always Love You, showcasing her incredible range. Drug-related drowning at 48 ended a career that had been derailed by addiction. The loss of young talent reminds us how fragile life can be, especially under the pressures of fame. Many of these celebrities struggled with the demands of stardom, turning to drugs or alcohol to cope with pressure, loneliness, or personal demons. Some deaths were purely accidental, freak occurrences that no one could have prevented. Brandon Lee's death during filming, Anton Yelchin's car accident, and Paul Walker's crash remind us that tragedy can strike anyone at any time. Others fell victim to violence, like Selena and John Lennon, whose murders shocked the world and showed that fame can make someone a target. Their deaths robbed us not just of their talent, but of the joy they brought to millions. Perhaps most heartbreaking are those who struggled with mental health and addiction, like Kurt Cobain Cobain and Amy Winehouse. Their deaths highlight the need for better support systems for young artists dealing with sudden fame and personal struggles. What unites all these losses is the sense of unfinished business. Albums never recorded, movies never made, performances never given. We can only imagine what these talented individuals might have accomplished if they had been given more time. Their legacies live on through their work, inspiring new generations of artists and reminding us to appreciate talent while we have it. They burned brightly in their brief time with us, leaving behind art that continues to move and inspire people decades later. Which early death affected you the most? Do you think enough is being done to support young celebrities dealing with fame's pressures? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's remember these talented souls who left us far too soon.